What's up, guys? This is C, and we are back for another recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Today, we're going to talk about Season 2, Episode 7. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this episode picks up where it left off with Tisha and Melody having their heated discussion at the birthday party. They're going back and forth. Nobody is really getting through to the other person, and they even get to the point where they pull Kimmy in to see if she remembers what was said about something or another. Just foolishness. They are arguing. Kimmy doesn't want to be a part of that. She would rather them work it out between the two of them, which I totally understand. So they dismiss Kimmy. She gladly goes away. Long story short, they come to the conclusion about being able to be cordial and not fight every time they see one another, and to keep the other person's name out of the other person's mouth. Parents off limits, children off limit, just exist on this side, and I'm gonna exist on this side, and that's gonna be that. But what Tisha also brought to Mel's attention was the fact that Tisha's son, MJ, came to her asking, why did Mr. Martell spread a rumor that dad has 20 girlfriends? And she made mention that that really hurt her and Marceau. And Melody says in her confessional that Tisha needs to own up to her actions and not use the child as a shield. But she had to go and make mention of it to Martell when they went back into the party, because Martell then pulls MJ to the side. He apologizes about saying that about his father and says that it's not true, which kind of made me wonder, is it not true? Or were you just saying that to appease him so that, he's not worrying about it anymore? But if it's not true, then I feel like he also may owe Marceau an apology, and they can probably hash a lot of the issues that they have going on. So then they move on to after the party, and Martell and Mel are meeting at the Holt & Holt office. Martell's kind of perturbed a little because he feels like Melody has 1,000 endeavors going on and none of them are really bringing in any money. His gripe is, I get that you want to get out there and you want to do stuff, but it also needs to make financial sense, because if we're, again, dishing out money and not getting anything in return, it's a loss. So she feels like she wants to continue to do these things that she's doing because she's getting them the exposure that they need, like the play, her skincare line, and there are some other things that she was a part of or wants to be a part of, but Martell is against most of it. He keeps telling her that she needs to come to work. He's asking her to show up to the office at least 3 to 4 hours a day. That way, he feels like she can help bring in money. She's not really having that because she feels like she just had a baby and that he needs to just step up to the plate even more. He's not having that because he feels like he is doing more and that Melody needs to bring her ass to work. So he visits the nanny idea again. She never ever, in any of the episodes, and I could be wrong, but every time I hear him mention nanny, she doesn't say anything about it. She doesn't even acknowledge the discussion. I'm thinking she is totally against it for obvious reasons, but he feels like if there's a nanny there, then that frees up time for her to come to the office a few hours out of the day to bring in money. And then we go over to Kimmy and Maurice. Kimmy is sitting with Maurice, and she kind of asks him about the living situation with Monster once Kiowa moves closer. Maurice feels like it's not really going to be any difference, that Monster will still be under his roof, because he and Kiowa had an agreement that when Monster turned 8, that Monster was supposed to live with him full time at that point. But Kimmy feels like once Kiowa is closer, as a mom, she is not going to be okay with being away from her son every day, allowing the dad to take care of him, and she not be a part of that. So he's basically telling Kimmy to mind her own damn business. Then we move on to Marceau and Tisha, who are down at their commercial real estate office that they're setting up for business. And they're kind of discussing the events that happened at the party and what Melody and Tisha discussed. And basically, Tisha feels like they can coexist and be okay if she can find a way to get her mom to stop firing off on social media, stop putting things out in the blogs or saying whatever she's saying. If they can kind of muzzle Mama Wanda, then things will be okay. And Marceau is agreeing. He's telling her, so basically you need to tell your mom to shut the hell up. And Tisha's kind of offended by that, because she was saying that, but in not so harsh of a way. And we know how Tisha feels about her mom. She kind of allows her mom to jump in the driver's seat and just take it in whatever direction she wants to take it in. And she doesn't check her because she is her mom. So she doesn't want anybody disrespecting her, whether it be Marceau or anyone else out in the streets. So she's not going to tell her that, but she knows that she'll have to have a conversation with her mother. Now, whether or not her mom listens, that's a completely different story. And they also talk about how Tisha is tired of having to apologize for her mom's actions, how she had to apologize to Kimmy last week at the family function, or regarding the family function, when her mom went off on Kimmy. But like Kimmy said, she has that under control, and there was no need to apologize because Kimmy is perfectly fine with handling Mama Wanda herself. So then we see a knock at the door, and Tisha's kind of like, who is that? And they're looking, and it's Destiny. Now, Destiny, as we know, is opening up, the first Black beauty supply store in Huntsville. And she is looking for a contractor because she wants to expand. She wants to have a salon suite in the back. And so she's bidding, for contractors to come and do the work. And Marceau is one of the contractors bidding for the project. And when she comes in, she basically just wants to speak to Marceau. I know that she is friends with Melody, so she already is biased, and she feels a type of way about Tisha, whether or not she is doing it intentionally or even realizes that she's doing it. She does feel some kind of way about her, and she makes it known in her confessional, because Tisha is a part of his business. Therefore, she felt the need to be a part of the discussion. Now, she wasn't asking any outlandish questions or being overbearing in any way, in my opinion. Being that that's sort of similar to the line of work that I'm in, she was not overstepping. It's just that you had a chip on your shoulder when you came in. So the slightest thing that she did was automatically gonna bother you. So they wrap up their meeting. She felt like, Tisha could have stayed home and didn't need to be a part of it. But she probably offers a lot to the consultation process. So next, we go on to the Madani Beauty Supply soft opening. Madani is the name of Destiny's business, her beauty supply store, and everybody shows up. You got Maurice and Kimmy, Marceau and Tisha, Martell and Melody, and of course Destiny and LeBerick. Everybody is there. It looks like a really nice function. It looks like a real business. It's nothing storefront or like a fake, put together like the showcases that we see, on Love and Hip Hop, where they literally pull people off the street to come in. This looks like a legit and legitimate business endeavor, and it looked like a real business. So everybody is there, and you can see everybody is being cordial. The girls are all together, Kimmy, Melody, and Tisha. Everybody, speaks, and there are a few giggles, and they even acknowledge, see, this is what I mean. We can all be in the same room and we can all be cordial. And then we go over to the guys, and you got Maurice, Marceau, LeBerick, and they're all there, and Destiny comes up. Well, before Marceau was there, Maurice did something that was kind of strange to me, because he says to Destiny, she says, of course I reached out to your brother to contract this project, and he says, oh, is he gonna be able to do that? And she's like, well, I hope he is, so he is kind of planting a seed of doubt in her mind, whether he did it on purpose or not. But I was just kind of thinking, why would you say that? Why would you say that? But maybe he wasn't thinking when he said it. He says, his brother has a lot going on. He has a lot of other projects going, and he was just wondering if he would be able to oversee or contract her project as well. And she is now kind of like, well, I'm wondering if he can. I hope he can. So we'll see how that goes. But this is kind of strange, because it seems like Destiny was coming at Tisha. And I don't want to seem biased in anything I say, because I absolutely love Melody. I love her ambition. I love her drive. We're both Scorpios. I enjoy everything about her. I enjoy her fire. I just enjoy it. She is very much so a Scorpio. She will come at you, and she will try and sting you, at any given point. But she will say, okay, it's done. I'm done. We're just gonna let it be. But when she got with Destiny, the moment they got together, they started kind of nitpicking and talking about Tisha, because Destiny kind of, again, she was sort of confrontational and very stern and very direct with Tisha. And you could tell that it's because she knows that Tisha and her friend Melody are not friends right now. So her loyalty lies with Melody. And so if Melody's not necessarily messing with Tisha, then neither is she. And you can tell that, because she automatically goes and brings up the consultation that she had with Marceau, how he and Tisha kind of had a spat at the beginning, and how unprofessional they were in front of her when they were supposed to be talking business and whatnot. So I'm thinking that it didn't matter what. Tisha could have sat there with a muzzle on her mouth the whole time, and that would have still been a problem for Destiny. Destiny would have then said, she sat there and looked at me and didn't say a word. So I'm thinking it would have been a problem either way. But the event is a success. You know, she thanks everybody for coming, and she is looking forward to being the first Black beauty supply store in Huntsville. And I'm excited for her because we do need more Black businesses in Huntsville, here in Mississippi, really when it comes to beauty supplies, because our women are consumers. We are consumers of hair care products, hair, the beauty, you know, market that we dish billions of dollars into. So I do commend her for that, and I wish her business tons and tons of success. And so that's pretty much where that episode left off. If I forgot anything important, please drop down in the comments below and let me know. And while you're there, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you'll be there for more content that I put out, whether it be for Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Love After Lockup, The Chi, or anything else that I'm going to put out in the future. And I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. We're going to try to do the same over here. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.